Now, meditation is a practice that changed my life, and it is the reason that Mindspo exists. So this one feels like a big honor to do. So let's dive into it.
The Mindspo podcast.
What do you see with your mind's eye?
Welcome back. Let's elevate. Roll your shoulders up and back. Unclench your jaw. Elongate your spine as you take a deep breath in. And now, exhale. Now take your mind to that person, place, or thing that you have gratitude for, and start to feel into the joy available to you at all times. Elevate into a higher vibration as we expand together and dive into this conversation.
Welcome to the Mindspo podcast. My name's Rochelle Fox. I am your host, and you are tuning in for another episode in our Mindspo manifestation series, brought to you by Manifesty app. I am so excited about today's episode because we are doing an episode that I've really wanted to do on the manifestation series for some time. And it's taken me a little while to do it because I wanted to really collate everything, make it flow, do a little bit of research, make it as good as it can be for you. And it is finally here. I am going to be breaking down all things meditation and how meditation can support your manifestation journey. In this episode specifically, I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about my own meditation story, as well as my go-to meditation methods and how they can support you on your manifestation journey and where you can start your own meditation journey. Plus, I'm also going to be diving into some of the science around meditation and visualization and so much more. Now, meditation is a practice that changed my life, and it is the reason that Mindspo exists. So this one feels like a big honor to do. So let's dive into it. Meditation for me is by far the most underrated manifestation tool. And quite often when I see people struggling with manifesting, it's because they do not meditate. And because they don't meditate, they don't have any control over their minds. You see, manifestation starts as a mental practice, and becoming a meditator and practicing meditation is going to greatly help with all of the steps in the manifesting process, and it is going to make you have a powerful mind. So take it from me. I was someone that never thought I would meditate. I was someone that thought meditation was some woo-woo hippie shit. It was not my vibe, but I learned meditation, and meditation literally saved my life. And I wouldn't be here recording this whole entire podcast with you or doing the work that I do if it wasn't for my meditation practice. The practice of meditation has literally taken me from someone who was sad, anxious, depressed, and struggling with chronic PTSD, experiencing panic attacks, having bulimia, and just experiencing what I'd like to call a whole mixed bag of mental health problems, to the woman I am today, someone who isn't just surviving and trying to make it through life, but someone who is thriving. If you want to hear more about my own personal meditation story and just how I turned my own past pain into my purpose, then I always recommend checking out the first episode of this podcast, episode 1. In that, I break down my whole entire mental health journey and how Mindspo came to be, as well as how this journey of meditation got me to where I am today. And I really do feel like episode 1 of this podcast will show you what is possible when you commit yourself to a practice of meditation, regardless of what you're going through. So if you haven't already, go back and listen to that episode. I really do feel like it gives a lot of context to myself, this podcast, and the whole entire journey of Mindspo. Now, I'm someone who used to believe every single thought that I had in my head. And I believe that every single thought that I had in my head was the truth. I was what I like to describe as my brain's bitch. Now, meditation for me was the gateway into this whole entire world of personal growth, manifestation, and spirituality. And throughout my own journey, it continues just to be the glue that holds all of this work, all of these things that I talk about. Everything is held together through the practice of meditation. If you are someone that experiences overthinking, anxiety, sleep problems, excessive negative self-talk, lack of concentration, or anything like that, then I believe that meditation could help you. You see, for me, meditation is really a maintenance tool for the mind. And it really allows us to clear the cache in our mind, to clear all of that clutter, to clear all of that chaos. I often liken the practice of meditation to restarting a laptop. You know, when you've had a laptop on for ages without restarting it. And during that time that you've had it on, you have opened 101 tabs and 101 applications. And all of those tabs, all of those applications, they are chewing away the memory on the laptop and they are slowing everything down. Meditation is like pressing the hard reset button, closing down all of those tabs and clearing the cache so that when you power up the laptop again, it's clearer, it's faster, it has more power, and it has a lot less going on in the background. Now, there are so many different types of meditation, and there are so many different ways that meditation can help. But today, I want to connect you with 5 different types of meditation that I use and how they can really support your manifestation practice. So let's get into the practices. The first meditation practice I want to talk about is mantra-based meditation or affirmation-based meditation. Now, the word mantra is derivative from the Sanskrit word manas, meaning mind, and tra, meaning tool. Now, the way I like to describe it, and many other teachers describe it, is a mantra is a sound tool for the mind. In a very basic explanation, during mantra or an affirmation-based meditation practice, what you do is you use the mantra or the affirmation on repeat inside your mind. And this allows your mind to reach a deeper level of consciousness. Now, an example of a traditional Sanskrit mantra would be so hum. Let me say that again. So hum. And this mantra of so hum, it literally translates to I am in English. Or an affirmation-based example that you could use in your meditation practice could be I am love. I am love. Now, during a mantra or an affirmation-based practice, what you would do is you would take this word or this mantra or this sentence and you would repeat it without force, with flow inside your mind over and over and over. And by keeping your awareness on this one singular point of focus, this mantra or this affirmation, what you do is you withdraw your attention away from the noise, the chatter inside your skull, and your attention is actually a form of energy, and it's what your mind needs to keep those constant thoughts going. So when you keep your attention instead on a mantra for an extended period of time, your mind begins to calm down by itself from the inside out. Essentially, mantra meditation is really about ignoring the voice inside your head, giving your attention and your intention and your energy to the mantra. And by doing this, those voices inside of your head, they start to fade away. Once you've learned how to do this practice, and I highly recommend learning mantra meditation from a teacher or a practitioner, but once you learn to do this practice, you can do it anytime, anywhere, without guidance, without music, just using your own mind and using your awareness. Now, personally, for me, I have a very deep relationship with mantra-based meditation. This is what I have practiced since I discovered meditation. I think now it's like almost 12 years ago I started meditating. And mantra-based meditation is the core of the Mindspo meditation method. And for my own personal meditation journey, mantra-based meditation is the only meditation that I have experienced that has really allowed my mind to reach a deep state of rest and regulation. Because rather than adding in new content and ideas and sounds and guided instructions, a mantra-based meditation practice is really effective for when you're manifesting, because this practice allows you to train your brain to become aware of the voice inside your head. Because as you repeat this mantra or you repeat this affirmation, you will notice that at times there are 2 of you or 3 of you up there in your head. And while you are doing this practice, you are then noticing that you are thinking, and you become aware of these 2 voices. This awareness during this type of of meditation allows you to develop what I call a healthy mistrust for the mind. And it trains your attention and your intention, which are two key things that you need to have control of if you want to manifest effectively. Let me put it to you like this. Before I learned mantra-based meditation, I was my brain's bitch. I was so consumed and so attached and identified with this voice inside of my head that I thought that I was my thoughts. I thought that every single thought that I had was true, that every single negative thing that my brain told me was gospel. And I was so consumed by these negative voices inside of my head that I wasn't able to see beyond these voices. I wasn't able to see what was possible for me in my life. Mantra-based meditation is what allowed me to observe the voice. It is what allowed me to become the master of my mind and stop being my brain's bitch. So if you really want to supercharge your mind and just learn the foundational practice that got me to where I kind of have gotten today with my mindset and where so many other people have gotten to through this practice, I highly, highly recommend mantra-based meditation, not only for manifesting, but for every single area of your life. It will help you with everything. It's just game changing. So that is my first one. The next one I want to get into is a very popular sort of meditation, and it's probably a meditation style that you've tried, and that is guided meditations. So guided meditation is where you have a guide or a live teacher or a recorded teacher with you talking you through the meditation practice. Now, this type of meditation is probably the most popular that I see out there these days. In these meditations, you will find yourself feeling inspired, and most guided meditations are kind of designed for specific topics or pain points or objectives. For example, you could have a guided meditation for confidence or a guided meditation for forgiveness. I have a really beautiful guided meditation for forgiveness in my app Manifesty, and during this guided meditation, I'm your guide. And what I do is in the meditation, I take you through a process of forgiving and connecting with your inner child. And we go through a process of transferring light and love to that past version of you through connecting with your higher self. It's really beautiful, and it's a whole entire journey. So guided meditations, they are about taking you really on a journey, and they're kind of like a story, and they often have a beginning, a middle, and an end. I think that guided meditation is a beautiful kind of meditation to inspire you and to take you through a process. And it's also very good to support you with manifestation. So during this type of meditation, you can just really let go and surrender and just be supported by a teacher as they take you on a journey through this guided experience. Now, for me personally, I don't use guided meditations every day. I use them when I want to spice up my meditation practice, but I am generally just using a mantra-based meditation every single day. But when I do want to do something a little different, or I have a purpose or something that I'm wanting to shift or move through, then I will opt for a guided meditation. So I have one guided meditation that is on Manifesty that I use quite a lot, and it is my New Beginnings meditation. And this is a manifestation meditation that's really designed to help you just kind of step out of feeling stuck or stagnant and guide you into stepping into a new chapter. It's really about having a quantum leap. And you use this meditation as a ritual and a defining moment to step out of one chapter and into another. All in all, guided meditations are really powerful for manifesting, but I always recommend also having a mantra-based meditation practice because guided meditations are adding more things to the mind, whereas a mantra-based meditation practice is really doing that deep healing work to kind of clear the cache. So I like to use both of these together, but I would always recommend having a mantra-based meditation practice and then using guideds as like the cherry on top. Next up, we have walking or moving meditation. Now, they say that meditation to the mind is what physical exercise is to the body. So it only makes sense that meditation and movement are two practices that, when combined, can be really, really magical. Now, traditionally, moving or walking meditation actually originates from Buddhism and Zen. And of late, it's had a bit of a revival. And that's thanks to teachers like Dr. Joe Dispenza, who has really kind of put walking meditation back on the map. Now, walking meditation is the practice of moving in a meditative way, in a way that is focused, reflective, and really, really intentional. My personal first experience of walking meditation in my own practice was actually through a walking-based mindful meditation practice. I was on a yoga teacher training and we were all instructed to go for a walk and just spend a few moments on each one of our 5 senses. Now, our 5 senses are our sense of taste, touch, sight, smell, and sound. And becoming aware of each one of your senses will really allow you to become present and aware of the current moment, because your senses, all of your 5 senses, are always happening in the now. They are anchors to the present moment. And the present moment is where all the potential lies. It's where all the magic happens. So when you can learn to become fully present, when you can learn to become mindful and aware and right here in the here and now, that's when extraordinary things can happen, because all of your energy is in the place that you have so much potential. Now, I have a walking meditation in Manifesty that will take you through the exact process that I just described. If you want to try it, it is called the 5 Senses Walking Meditation on Manifesty app, and it's a very traditional style of walking meditation. It's actually the walking meditation that I get everyone to do when we first arrive at a retreat, because it's a really, really powerful meditation just to put you in that present moment state, to take you out of the future or the past and to just be here in the now. So check that out if you want to try it. It's really, really beautiful and super easy. Now, at Manifesty app, we're all about pushing the limits and experimenting with meditation and manifestation. So lately, we've actually been publishing some very different kind of styles of walking meditation, and they are what I would describe are more modern styles of walking meditation. They have like a more housey, bassy vibe to them, and they really allow you to get into the frequency and that vibe of the future version of you. And these meditations will encourage you to move not just from a place of presence and mindfulness, but from a place of power and potential and expansion. So a meditation I want to recommend here is actually my walking meditation for main character energy confidence. And I want to mention here that if you have never tried a Manifesty app walking meditation, then you can try one for free. I have one on the podcast. So if you go back on this podcast to episode 3, there is a walking meditation for main character energy. It is one of my favorite Manifesty app walking meditations. It's so vibey. When I wrote it and when I read it and created it, I had this vision that I wanted whoever was listening to really step into being the main character of their life, to stop being a side character, to stop being in that victim mentality where we believe life is happening to us and we're powerless, but to really step into your power and feel that confidence, feel that potential that you have within you when you start to be and believe that you are the creator of your own reality. So this is a great meditation that you can use anytime, anywhere, and it will really just help you shift your vibe. That's one of the reasons why I love walking meditation so much, because it's not just a mental practice, but it is also an embodied practice. And although manifestation starts as a mental exercise, really when we're wanting to manifest, we have to get our whole body, our whole being on board. We have to be in the energy that we want to receive. We have to show up as that version of us that has that thing. And you have to do that through your body position, through the way that you're breathing, through the way that you're holding yourself. So moving meditations, they get you to step into that energy and really work with your body and your mind and bring the whole thing together. So I'm a big fan of walking meditations. I think they are game changing for manifesting, and they are going to be something that at Manifesty app, we're going to be investing a lot more time, a lot more energy, and a lot more of our team's resources into creating. And I will tell you now, we have some very exciting things happening with our update where there might even be a walking meditation program. So stay tuned for that on Manifesty app super soon. Do you ever feel like your phone is a blessing and a curse? It can serve us in so many ways, but it can also lead to stress, anxiety, absent-mindedness, and a shorter attention span. If you're into manifestation as much as I am, then you know how important your vibration is when it comes to attracting your ideal reality. That's why we built Manifesty, our manifestation app, an app that will turn your phone from a distraction machine into an attraction machine. Inside Manifesty, you can practice our signature meditations and visualizations. You can build your very own vision board feed and even create a vision board movie. It even lets you schedule custom affirmation notifications so that your phone keeps your vibration on track with little messages throughout the day. If you love this podcast, then you will love this app. You can download it right now for free, and if you choose to subscribe, it's also one of the best ways that you can support us here at Mindspo to continue the work that we put out. Find it now on both app stores by searching Manifesty. That's Manifest IE, and start your free trial today. Thanks for listening, and now let's get back to the episode. Moving on to sleep meditations. So when it comes to the link between sleep and meditation, just in general, there is so much research on mantra meditation and mindful meditation and just on meditation in general and how it can really help you sleep better and improve your sleep quality. And we all know that good sleep is key to living a good life. And one of the many reasons people actually just struggle to get to sleep is due to stress and having high cortisol levels. So if you're just interested in general about learning more about how you can actually improve your sleep and the science behind sleep, then I want to mention that I actually had Australia's leading sleep expert, Olivia, on the podcast. And you can go listen back to that episode where she talks about some of the research around sleep and meditation. And that is on episode 9. Now, when it comes to sleep, meditation, and manifestation, there is so much to say here. So one thing I want to mention is that practicing what I like to call subconscious reprogramming sleep meditations, which is what we have on Manifesty, these kinds of meditations can be really effective because of the brainwave changes that occur right before you drift off into sleep. Now, in order to manifest effectively, you need to be working with your subconscious mind because that's where the majority of your beliefs and your programming lie. And one of the easiest ways that you can actually access the subconscious mind is through the process of falling to sleep. Now, how this works is right before you drift off into sleep, when you are in that drowsy, relaxed state where you're really, really sleepy, that is when the door to the subconscious mind opens. And it's when you are in this drowsy, relaxed state that you are the most suggestible because our conscious mind is switched off and we are moving from alpha or theta brainwaves. And when we are in those brainwave state, alpha or theta, this is when it is much easier to reprogram your subconscious mind, especially in the theta brainwave state. So if you want to reprogram your subconscious mind using sleep meditations, like my self-love sleep meditation on Manifesty app, all you need to do is play it while you drift off into sleep. And what you do there is you just easily and effortlessly start to reprogram your mind with these meditations. You don't need to do anything. You just relax, you let go, play them, and trust that your subconscious mind is doing the work. Because the thing is, your subconscious mind is always on. And during sleep, this is when your conscious mind turns off. And this is when you can really start to work on those subconscious beliefs and do that deep reprogramming work. Now, look, there is so much that I could say here. There is so much more to this. And there's so much incredible science and information that I can share on the subconscious mind and how the brain works. And just, I guess, like the science behind meditation and reprogramming our subconscious beliefs. But for now, this is just the basics. Just know that sleep meditations that are designed to reprogram your subconscious that are positive are basically a cheat code that you can use to manifest. Last up, we have visualization. So visualization is another form of meditation, and it's really a form of meditation where you are concentrating on a mental image to help focus and center both your mind and your body. Now, when it comes to meditation for manifestation, visualization meditations are really powerful and very popular for manifesting. I will do a whole episode on the power of visualization in the future, and I'm also playing around with creating a visualization course on Mindspo Mindspo because just honestly mastering the skill of visualization is game changing and something that can really help you in so many different areas of your life. Now, for this episode, I actually had my team member, Annalise, who does academic research, to do some research on visualization for me so I could read you out some studies. So let me do that now. Just going to bring up my studies. I'm going to have all of these studies in the show notes, but this first study, which will be number 1 in the show notes, is a pretty famous one, and it's by Cleveland Clinic Foundation in Ohio. And what they did is they compared people who did a physical finger exercise with people that carried out virtual workouts in their heads. And what they showed is a 53% increase in the finger muscle strength in the physical exercises. So the people that were doing the physical finger exercises, they got a 53 increase in muscle strength. Now, in the virtual gym goers who had just visualized in their head working out, doing these finger strengthening exercise, they saw a muscle strength increase of 35%. I think this is just incredible. This literally demonstrates the mind's incredible power over the body and the muscles and just how insanely powerful visualization is. So study number 2 that I want to mention focused on golfers, and it actually examined the effects of mental imagery in their putting performance. So the results showed that participants who engaged in a mental imagery exercises, so visualizing successful putts, visualizing getting the hole, doing good, like they demonstrated improving putting accuracy compared to a control group. So the people that weren't actually doing the visualization, they didn't get any results. They didn't improve their putting. But the people that were visualizing it, they saw improvements in their golfing, which is amazing. The third study that I want to mention is one on surgical trainees. And I think this is so incredible. And basically, this investigated the effects of mental practice on their technical skills. The finding shows that participants who engaged in mental practice alongside physical practice demonstrated significant improvements in their surgical skills compared to those who only performed physical practice. There is so much more research that we have correlated that I could read you, but I think this just goes to show from those 3 examples how powerful visualization is. Visualization in the scientific world is often called mental rehearsal. This is something that is proven with athletes, with surgeons, with just day-to-day people, as you can see. And it's something that we can all take advantage of. And once you learn how to visualize and you actually are consistent and you show up for these practices, incredible things can happen. I have also seen firsthand through our Manifesty app users how powerful visualization can be. Now, one visualization meditation that I have produced that I'm really proud of and I've seen a lot of results in is actually called the Embody Success Meditation on Manifesty app. And in this meditation, what I do is I guide you to envision a past success in your life. And what you do is you see and you feel into this memory of you being successful. And then I guide you through a process of transferring all those familiar feelings, all of those emotions and all of this energy, and I get you to propel all of this momentum into a visualization of you being successful at whatever it is that you want to be successful at in the future. And I got to tell you, I have had countless Manifesty users write to me and say that this meditation has helped them manifest health, wealth, love, promotions, success, just like so many different things in so many different areas, because obviously like success means different things to everyone. So if you are looking for a place to start your own visualization journey, then come check out Manifesty. We have so many meditations that are based on visualization, and there is going to be so many more coming in the future. So there you have it. Those are all my favorite meditation methods to help you manifest. And I know if you adapt any of these, you're going to see big changes in your life. And I want to just kind of wrap this episode by saying, when it comes to meditation, I do not care where you learn to meditate, whether it's from my app, Manifesty, or my program, the Mindspo Meditation Method, or you go and learn meditation somewhere else. My goal in sharing meditation will always be free just to inspire you to meditate. And I encourage you to go find a teacher and find someone that you vibe when it comes to this incredible practice. Find the method and the style that makes you feel alive, that makes you excited, and stick with it. Show up for it and have a relationship with this practice. And remember that this practice of meditation, it's not about a teacher or about a specific method. It's really about deepening the relationship with yourself. You don't meditate to get closer to a teacher or to be up to date with the latest, hottest meditation trends or to do it because it's what everyone else is talking about on TikTok. You meditate to connect with your true essence, with yourself, and deepen your relationship with you. Meditation is an ancient practice. It's ancient technology, and I believe it's ancient technology that we desperately need in our modern world. Now, I know this whole entire episode was about manifestation, and fuck yes, meditation will help you supercharge your manifestation abilities, but it's also going to supercharge your whole entire life. If there is one thing that I ever wish to encourage you to do, to be an influencer for, it is my hope that it is meditation. I know meditation is how you will begin to trust and know yourself, to date yourself, and to build a deeply loving relationship with the most important person there is in your life, you. So, with all that said, if you want to explore meditation with me further, then obviously you can go and check out the Mindspo meditation method. I have that in the show notes, and that will teach you and really guide you through learning a mantra-based meditation practice. And my goal with the Mindspo meditation method is to make meditation easy, accessible, and fun. We actually also help you make meditation a habit in that course because we have our 66-day meditation challenge. Or if a course doesn't sound like what you are looking for, you can just download Manifesty app and dive into our powerful world of manifestation meditations. And lastly, if this episode served you in any way, it would mean the world to me and the team if you just posted this episode up on your stories. Let other people know about the incredible powers of meditation and how it can help them on their own manifestation journey. I wish more people knew about meditation. I wish more people were less scared of meditation. And I really hope that this whole entire podcast made meditation a little bit more sexy and enticing and intriguing for you. Because like I said, if there's anything I can get you to do or other people to do, it is to learn to meditate and to have a relationship with this practice. So please share this episode if it was interesting to you, if you learned something, to put it up on your stories, tag myself at Rochelle_Fox and at Mindspo. And if you really want to pay it forward today, one way that you can support this podcast is to leave a 5-star review on Apple or on Spotify, because your reviews really help us get seen in this podcasting world. I am sending you so much love. Never forget that you create your own reality. So go out there and make some magic.
Thank you for joining me for this episode. You can discover more from Mindspo on Instagram and TikTok by following at Mindspo and myself at Rochelle_Fox. If this episode inspired you, then please pass it on and share the love. And if you're new to our world and you want to elevate your mind and step into your best self, then be sure to download our app, Manifesty, from the App Store and take advantage of the free trial. With Manifesty, you can create your own vision board movies, practice powerful meditations, and set affirmation reminders so your phone supports your journey towards that abundant vision of your future. And lastly, always remember, you create your own reality. So go and make some magic.